The views, takes and opinions expressed on this show are of the host's own and do not represent the views, takes and opinions of the Bump Collective and its affiliates. Material and sources mentioned in this episode is for general and commentary purposes only. This episode might include strong language and may not be suitable for children. Listener discretion is advised. Stay safe and stay wrestle everyone. Welcome to the main event, Mark.
Hoy! Check. We're good. So, welcome to your Unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. This is the Main Event Mark Podcast. While, ayun nga, kagaya nga ng sinabi ko sa pre-show pa lang, the show is now exclusive on Facebook, YouTube. Hindi ko alam kung paano siya i-figure out for the next couple of episodes. But we will see. We will see. Yun lang kaya kong i-promise. We will see. Like what I said, the show, gaya nga ng sabi ko, wala na tayo sa bunk. So, we really have to do backup shit for now while we are trying to figure out how things will go on our part. But first and foremost, maraming salamat sa Dexcon at saka sa Woo, World Underground Wrestling. That was a fantastic show. I want to give a shout out din sa Russell Pastel. Grabe yan. Grabe yung nangyari nung Sunday sa mga kasama natin doon. Troy Gonzalez, Josh Journals, kay Harvey ng Russell Pastel. Si Ali, of course. Wala siya nung recording. Last recording natin ng PWPH podcast. Si Charles. Si Chan pala. Si Charles tuloy. Sinashoutout ko. Si Chan, wala rin siya nung recording pero I might try to record a new episode of the show that we are going to release next week. I will try. Di ko kaya i-promise. Pero yeah, let's try. Today's episode of the show, let's talk about the fallout of Money in the Bank and we will talk about as well the heat wave. So obviously, hindi na ako nakapaggawa ng review dahil nga nasabi ko ng pre-show. Sobrang sama ng pakiramdam ko that time. So sorry agad. Ang lala kasi nung nangyari sa akin. For the past few days, nagkatubig-tubig po yung dumi ko. Kaya may apologies agad. I'm still trying to record that episode. However, di na siya kinaya ng konsensya ko. And I decided to set it for today. Pero in summary na lang po. I will try to do a summary for that episode for you guys. And yun na nga, first and foremost, maraming salamat din kay Sir Jelson for the ticket noong Tagay na. Di naman ako nag-expect na makakasala ako sa raffle. Pero yeah, I'm still looking for a gen ad. Luckily, I got the ticket. And yun. Maraming salamat ulit kay Sir Jelson for that ticket sa Triple H. Di ko yung meaning nun. But yeah, thank you, Triple H, for the ticket sa Tagay na. And also doon nga, sa Russell Pastel, kay Chan, kay Harvey, kay Troy, for supporting the show as well. Doon, sa Brawl Pit Bulusan. That Sunday was wild. But I will save the show. Siguro I will talk about that more longer sa PWPH podcast. Mas mahaba sigurong commentary yung gagawin ko doon sa episode na yon for dito? For this World Underground Wrestling show. But we will talk about Tagay na. Saka yung ano tawag dito? Nakalimutan ko. Nawawala sa isip ko. We will talk about as well Puso Wrestling, yung first show ng Puso. We will do a small preview habang malapit yung show. Then, pag-usapan na rin natin yung mga nangyayari ba in progress sa country ngayon sa ating local wrestling scene. And I am really excited as well to let you guys know that starting today, this show is now actually part of the PWPH Wrestling Podcast. And, ayun. Kaya nga medyo nangangapa pa ako. Ngarag pa ako ngayon sa kung paano nga ba yung magiging kalaw ko ngayon. Kasi I am still trying to explore a free type na StreamYard since ito lang din naman yung last day na nagkagabitin ko to. I'm going to use a new platform by next week. So, at least makapag-live pa rin tayo on Facebook tsaka sa YouTube dito. Pero you can follow and support the show on all of the social media platforms at MEM Wrestling Pod sa Facebook, sa YouTube, sa X, sa Instagram, sa TikTok at sa Twitch. Lagi ko nasasabi yung Twitch kasi hindi na siya active. At yeah, sa Threads. I will still try to use that fucking platform. Garbage. Pero you can follow and support the show on those platforms at MEM Wrestling Pod. And you can also support Pro Wrestling Philippines Club on all of the social media platforms. I'm still trying to build all of that sa Facebook at sa X lang tayo at PWPH Select. Yon. Yeah. Let's talk about the news muna. So, Stephanie Backware. Grabe guys. Let's talk about Stephanie nga muna. Si Stephanie, tama ba pagkasabi ko? Stephanie Backer ba? O Stephanie Backware. But I'm still sticking with Stephanie Backware. She is now part of the WWE. She left CMLL and she never signed with AEW to begin with. So, wala tayong pakialam kung ano man sasabihin ng AEW fandom, AEW family fan base. Kasi hindi naman siya signed eh. She is part of CMLL. So, medyo wala na akong pakialam sa mga sasabihin ng AEW haters dyan. Ayun. So, Stephanie Backware ba Backer? Di ko talaga matama yung pagbigkas ng pangalan ni Stephanie Backware na yan. Basta, we will figure out. Yan. So, Stephanie is now part of WWE. She signed a contract there. Then, she will make her first appearance as a WWE superstar sa parating na house shows sa Mexico City at saka sa Monterrey, Mexico. So, good for her. Kasi, she was able to sign a bigger contract kasi 2018. She's trying to sign with the company but hindi siya in-accept and now 2024 she was able to finish the story. I'm still trying to cope up on why our AEW fandom are crying about Stephanie signing with WWE. To be fair, you have Camille, you have Mercedes, you have fucking Tony Storm that we will talk about in a moment. Bakit nga ba nag-iiyak-iyakan tayo dito sa pag-sign ni Stephanie sa WWE? I don't really get it. Aside sa partner ng WWE, si Stephanie or si AEW, I don't really get why the people are crying on her signing with WWE. Medyo mga ano rin sa akin, medyo ang gandang move din ni Stephanie to sign with WWE. Kasi Mexico is trying to grow when it comes to our scene. Hindi naman kasi sobrang laki ng scene sa Mexico, sa wrestling. Ang malaki pa rin talaga doon is AAA, CMLL, then here comes the AAA na kapartner ng WWE, or di tayo sure ko ng partner nila ngayon, TNA, yeah, TNA. TNA is technically partner of the WWE, so medyo parating na tayo sa point that they will partner with AAA. Ang ADR. We might posible nating makita si Del Rio soon on that programming if they're going to partner up with AAA. Hindi siya imposible at this point. Hindi siya imposible, pero hindi rin posible na maglabo-labo si WWE, si TNA, at saka si AAA. So, lose to. Anyways, I'm really excited on how Stephanie will be treated on this programming. I'm really excited din kung paano nga ba yung magiging performance ni Stephanie. Stephanie is a really good wrestler, sure. Sobrang laki ng sobrang laki ng improvement niya, especially with her match kay Mercedes Moné. Pero siya naman ang nagdala nun. So it's very given to me. Pero other than that, we will talk about Stephanie more on the next couple of episodes kasi di pa natin siya nakikita. So we will talk about more on her at the next couple of episodes. So mas maganda sigurong bigyan ng hatol pag nag-debut na, of course. Iba pa din pag ganun. So, habang inaayos ko yung angle ko, kasi pangit ng angle ko today. Yun. So, continue natin. Money in the Bank. Let's do a recap of Money in the Bank. So, Money in the Bank, men's Money in the Bank winner, Drew McIntyre. Women's winner, Tiffany Stratton. Let's talk about that in a moment, yung ating topic dito sa Money in the Bank. So, pero let's focus muna on the winners. So, the matches are amazing. Pero I'm not really picking or nitpicking on both of the matches kasi sobrang solid naman kasi parehas. Pero in your opinion nga guys, tanungin ko nga kayo, mas angat ba tong PLE na to kaysa for the past 5 years? Kasi ako sa tingin ko, this might be the best Money in the Bank matches. Especially with the women. Women, ganda nung last year nila. Pero sa tingin ko, nahigitan na agad nila dito. Partida, wala ang 4 horsewomen dito. Wala ring Asuka. Wala ring... sabihin ko sana wala ring Io Sky. Pero, yeah. 2024, Money in the Bank, both men's and women's are amazing. I cannot say any words about both of the matches kasi sobrang ganda naman talaga. Aside from that, parang may factor pa na kahit predictable, sobrang solid pa din. So, hindi ako makapagbigay ng negative thought eh. Sobrang solid talaga eh. Yung outcome, yun sige, pag-usapan natin. Yung outcome, so we are not going to do a review of all of the matches, sure. So, aabot tayo siyam-siyam dito. So, let's talk about the 6-man tag. 6-man tag is very given to me. Solo winning for his bloodline. It means he is getting a title shot. So, the match was made official earlier for SummerSlam. And by today, na-confirm na siya as we are speaking right now on this show. Then, we have few matches as well that must made official. So, Nia Jax versus Bayley is now official. Also, Damian Priest versus Gunther is now also made official for SummerSlam. So far, I really love this build-up ng SummerSlam. So, goods ako doon. But let's go back to the Money in the Bank. Men's Money in the Bank. May mga argument ng mga fanboys natin na oras na nga ba para i-retire ang Money in the Bank? Kasi ginagamit na lang naman ni Trips yung briefcase as a object para sa storylines. Personally, oo, ginagamit nila yung briefcase sa mga stories that they are trying to build right now. And also, they are trying as well to protect Gunther from Money in the Bank and both CM Punk and Drew. So I don't think that they are going to let Money in the Bank ruin Gunther and his future run as World Heavyweight Champion. So para sa akin effective siya. Kesa naman siguro masayang yung briefcase ni Drew kay Gunther. Siguro mas safe na rin na kinash in niya yun kay CM Punk. Mas safe na rin ang kinash in niya yun kay Damian Priest. At least, tapos na yung feud niya sa ngayon with Damian Priest. So, he can deal with CM Punk now. And I hope this will be focused going forward. kung aabot siya ng WrestleMania 41, then okay, aabot siya ng WrestleMania 41, but it is what it is. Then, we are trying as well to expect ano nga ba yung mangyayari come that event, no? Tapos, kung nag-expect kayo ng mas malaking event na to, posible eh. Kasi they're trying to build a huge SummerSlam, di ba? Tapos, ito lang yung makukuha natin. So far, based sa mga napapanood natin, ito na yung posibleng card eh. So, we have Cody versus Solo. We have the 2 matches kay Bayley Nia. We have Damian Priest versus Gunter. We also have LA Knight versus Logan Paul. It might be for the tag titles to Bloodline 2.0 versus DIY. Tapos, ang dami pa eh. Marami pa tayong pwedeng makuha na matches down the line. Possibly din na ma-defend obviously yung Kiria versus Liv Morgan. By the way, that was pretty impressive too. We will talk slowly about that in a moment. Pero, it really shows how WWE is building up their solid storylines. I hope AEW can counter that. And we will talk about their counter on that in a moment. But, yeah, regardless, men's Money in the Bank, masasabi ko bang sayang? Hindi. Hindi talaga. Kasi they use that briefcase in a proper manner. Like, Drew is obsessed with CM Punk. Sobrang obsessed niya with CM Punk. Nasasayang lahat ng opportunities niya. And it makes sense on the current storyline that they are doing with Punk. Then, ngayon, sasabihin yung, ba't sobrang sayang naman ng briefcase na to? Bakit di na lang nila binigay kay Jey Uso? Bakit mo ibibigay kay Jey Uso? Hindi niya nga maayos yung ano niya ngayon. Bakit di binigay kay Melo? Melo is too early to become a world champion. At least, we can get a credible challenger on his belt. But other than that, I cannot say sa ibang challengers, ang pangit din naman kasi eh. Kung papakita ba natin na mga ibang di naman credible na winner, it doesn't really matter, no? But it really shows then on how WWE is building their talents. And it's very solid then. Unlike the other company that we will talk about in a moment. Yun. But regardless, let's go back nga muna. Kasi AEW is really building up a Wembley show thanks to our tournament. I mean, it's not a bad thing. We'll talk about that in a moment. Pero ang kaya ko lang sabihin sa ngayon, hindi porket they are coming back in a proper direction, it doesn't mean that they are now getting the ratings back. I mean, the ratings for AEW Dynamite, 691K. Pretty impressive. But, 600, 700 is now 1K? No. No, actually, no. Terrible thing. But anyways, we will talk about AEW in our second half. But let's continue first with other stories of Money in the Bank and Heatwave. Yung Tiffany Stratton, Women's Money in the Bank. I'm starting to think na she might lose it to Nia Jax. Malay nyo, magbago pa naman yung take ko. Pero sa ngayon, I can really say that Tiffany and Nia will feud down the line. Pero I don't think that Nia Jax is losing. I don't think either that Tiffany is losing. Pero if they're going to give one of them that push, that might be Tiffany Stratton. Kasi sobrang grabe yung ano niya eh. Sobrang grabe yung rise niya to the occasion. Sobrang grabe din yung push na binibigay sa kanya ng WWE. So wala akong issue doon. I really love Tiffany Stratton and they should keep that. No? And ang grabe din kasi nung pinagagawa nila right now to protect on how they are trying to build the progress din ng storyline. Especially with the Naya Bailey thing. Tapos nadagdagan mo pa nung Tiffany, nadagdagan mo pa na Nia Jax. Possible pa na Naomi and Minchin joining the picture soon. But yeah, I really love it. Personally, it's time na rin for Naya to become a champion again. It's been a while since she became a champion. Pero Tiffany is lurking on your back. So it might be a different outcome para sa kanya. Mananalo nga ba si Tiffany? Hindi ko rin alam. So she might win it soon. Pero I don't think at that time that she is winning. Continue natin. So, Money in the Bank, obvious naman na matatalo talaga sila Cody and friends on that match. Given na rin that we are getting Solo versus Cody at SummerSlam, medyo objective na lang kung kailan nga ba babalik si Roman sa picture ng buong Bloodline storyline. And since that attack on Paul Heyman happened, kitang-kita na rin talaga natin na babalik din talaga si Roman 'di ba? Sobrang posible na rin na yes, they're building up the story. If they are going to build up the story, then they should execute it properly. If they're going to execute it properly, then it should start at SummerSlam, not on a SmackDown, 'di ba? Kasi mas magandang pop din kasi makukuha ni Roman if he returned at SummerSlam. Then, parang it brings back then sa return ni Brock Lesnar years ago. Then, ang ganda ng difference, di ba? It really shows the evolution that Roman is the one who is getting the moment. Then now, 2024, he is getting his own moment. Ngayon, di ba? But, let's see, paano nga ba magbe-build up si WWE dito? Sa ngayon, ang kaya ko lang sabihin, we might see Solo losing. For sure. Tatalo si Solo sa match niya versus Cody at SummerSlam. Then, we can talk about the other things on our next episodes. So, sa ngayon, yun lang kaya kong sabihin, confident ako sabihin. And sa ngayon, parang mas nakikita natin na mas credible manalo si Roman or si Solo. Ano na kasi, parehas eh. So yan, kung mas confident ako to say that Solo can win the WWE title once Cody is done with the current run with Randy Orton and he is done with Roman. So, kailangan mo muna patunayan, bakit nga ba deserve ka na maging world champion ka? Then, you should prove it versus Roman Reigns. Then, after you prove it over Roman, then, saka ka na mag-prove that you deserve it over Cody. Diba? Then, Cody, baka nga mamaya, like, si WrestleMania pa siya matalo sa Mania, diba? Para sa akin, enough na yon. Pero Gunther kasi sobrang dominant din kasi sa kabilang side. So things might change from Netflix. And hindi rin malabo na dalhin nila sila Roman sa Raw just for the set or for the sake of Netflix. Pero marami pang pwedeng magbago, marami pang pwedeng mangyari. At madami pang pwedeng pabuo bago mag-Netflix. And I hope Philippines can get the rights for Netflix. And everyone will be excited for that, for sure. No? Ayun. So, yun lang muna ang akin. We can talk about the other matches na Money in the Bank. Gagawa akong bonus episode mamaya. Tapos ito. Heatwave. Highlights lang, Heatwave, before we go to our next break. Yung Heatwave, sa tingin ko mas okay to kasi sa Money in the Bank. Wrestling pa lang, mas okay na talaga. Wrestling-wise pa lang, oo. Pero, wala naman title changes maliban kay fucking how dito. Maliban kay Ethan Page, wala nang ibang changes eh. Medyo we can talk about that longer sa ating bonus episode eh. So mas mahaba doon. Sa tingin ko lang, sobrang kampante na sila sa ginagawa ni Ethan Page. So it makes sense na binigay na nila kay Ethan yung NXT title. Sabihin na naman ng iba dyan, bakit mo binigay kay Solo? Ba't mo binigay sa kanya yung title? Hindi pa naman siya credible to challenge, di ba? Ang problema sa inyo, kinukumpara niyo si Mercedes kay Ethan Page. Magkaiba po sila na naging takbo. Dito na naman tayo sa comparison eh. So, hindi natatapos ang kwento pag walang comparison. So, medyo redundant ikumpara si Ethan Page kay Mercedes Moné. Pero other than that, parang wala namang masyadong kailangang pag-usapan dito sa stream when it comes to the show. Hi Ina, good afternoon. Good morning by the way. Pero so far, I'm really excited then on how things can go sa susunod na lang show sa Great American Bash. I am really excited din kung paano nga ba yung magiging build-up sa pagpasok ni Julia, pagpasok ni Stephanie sa mismong match. And I am really excited din kung paano nga ba yung magiging picture ng NXT division pagpunta nila sa CW. That will be interesting. So CW, today is July, September pa naman yung move, so that's still 2 months from today. Yeah, I cannot wait to see NXT moving to CW and I hope they can get a bigger ratings than what we are getting on USA right now. I mean, miserable yung ratings ngayon. We're not gonna talk about that. I mean, miserable yung ratings ng NXT right now. But, okay, we have Joe Hendry. So that's win. I believe in Joe Hendry. I mean, I love Joe Hendry. Walang makakatalo kay Joe Hendry right now. At saka paalala ha, baka may magkamali sa inyo ng basa sa mga pages dyan. Wala po sa WWE roster page si Joe Hendry. Wala po. He is not part of the WWE roster. He is still under TNA. Ha? Baka lang may magkamali sa inyo ng silip o baka may magkamali ng news bits. Tandaan niyo po, silip-silipin niyo rin po yung website paminsan-minsan. Silipin niyo rin. Website is not closed. Yung WWE Network lang. So, you should silipin niyo yung website. That should be great. Yan. The other half, we will talk about AEW and their storyline so far going to Wembley Stadium. We will talk about other things in a moment. Mag-preview na rin siguro ako ng episode natin for the PWPH podcast about the Tagay Na show. So we will talk about that in a moment. For the meantime, we are going to take a short break here and let's check our friends from PWPH.
This episode is not sponsored by Blast TV. You can watch your favorite WWE weekly shows, UFC, NFL, and more absolutely for free if you are Converge or Globe at Home subscriber. You can now subscribe to Blast TV through their website and sign up using your ISP for free. Again, it's Blast Time with WWE on Blast TV.
But anyways, welcome back to the main event, Mark. Pasdahan ko lang to. Wala pa ring render si Joshua Patu until right now, despite he was signed. Di naman minamadali ni WWE render, so it's fine to me. Siguro lang, ang abangan ko when it comes to Jacob Fatu. Joshua Fatu, is this, di ko napanood ng buo yung segment ni Solo kanina. Is this Jacob? Kasi kung si Jacob to, he has the render already. As far as I know. I'm not sure who Joshua is. Kasi di ko napanood yung buo yung SmackDown. So, pasensya na. So, I think this is Jacob. No? Yeah. So, as far as I know, we have a render now for Jacob Fatu. Pero kay sa mga tanga, sa mga taonggas, sa mga taonggas, alam ko meron na sila. Si Jacob, yung wala pa. But yeah, titingnan ko mamaya sa website after na podcast. So, Okay. Jacob Fatu, yes. Alam ko wala, meron na si Jacob Fatu. As far as I know. Try ko na i-check mamaya. I-confirm ko. Yun. So, let's continue with the AEW programming. So, AEW is building up a solid stadium event for next month, Wembley Stadium. All in. They are all in with the Swerve main eventing over Bryan Danielson, the winner of the Owen Cup. I mean, sabihin ko lang to ulit sa inyo habang andito tayo sa stream. Wala akong issue with Swerve or Bryan main eventing the show, no? Pero medyo may nitpick ako dyan. I mean, okay na din, at least hindi si Will Ospreay. Joke lang. I mean, wala akong issue with Danielson. Danielson is on his final year as a active wrestler. Then, Swerve is trying to prove himself na she is the best champion right now in the game. So, I'm okay with that. Then, we might see Will Ospreay defending over Pac. So, that's good. Hindi siya magde-defend or lalaban ulit kay Swerve. Para sa akin, okay yon. Then, we have the possible, one of the things that we should expect. Si Mariah May na literal na tinamaan sa ulo ng shoes or ng heel ng kanyang shoe si Toni Storm. That was amazing. So, that was a beating for a lifetime that she is actually waiting for months and months for waiting for her moment. And foreshadowing pala yun. Foreshadowing pala lahat ng wait for the shoe na sumala, tapos sa kanya lang tumama mismo yung shoe. So, technically, parang karma yon. But anyways, Mariah May turning is cold. Expected ko na yun, pero not on this day. Man, that was amazing as hell. I hope we can get an explanation on that anytime soon. And I really love Mariah May, pero I think they're gonna build Mercedes versus Britt better than this. I hope it's not. Kasi I would be disappointed on an AEW if they did that. Yan. Will Ospreay versus Pac. Oo, sabi ko na, Intercontinental title for All In. Yeah, wala akong issues doon. I mean, both of them are amazing guys. That's it. Pero, let's build an expectation na grabe, man. Grabe yun. Ayun. Toni Storm versus Mariah May, Mercedes versus Britt Baker, Jack Perry versus Darby. Isa pa yan. Jack Perry versus Darby. Yung turn ni Mariah May reminds me of a movie named All About Eve. Yeah, definitely. Medyo related yun. Pero ito yung example ko. Ang ganda ng example na to. Yung turn ni Mickie James nung build to WrestleMania 22, it reminds me of that. Pero hindi kasi sobrang obsessed si Mariah kay Toni Storm. So that's a kind of different for me. So that's fine. Si Mickie James kasi on her story versus Trish, sobrang lalakas ng obsession niya eh. Tsaka medyo love obsession yun. Ito hindi naman gaano. I mean, Toni loves Mariah, sure. Pero hindi siya masyadong obvious. Mas medyo obvious siya lang noong patapos na, before the Forbidden Door, nandun na si Mayra Shirakawa. Mas obvious siya doon. Pero okay, I'm really good for that. Pero going back, I swear, AEW needs to build, to continue that build up they're currently having with the women's division. I mean, Mariah versus Toni, absolutely amazing. Also, they are having the build for Deonna versus Thunder Rosa. That was amazing too. Let's not talk about the other feud that we're currently getting. That was horrible. Then, the Elite versus Team AW, we're getting a build on that in the next couple of weeks. For sure, we're gonna get more stuff on that. Ay, Daniel Garcia versus MJF. Nakalimutan ko to. But, yeah, I swear this is amazing. Daniel Garcia versus MJF. Hopefully, kasi next week yung match nila Will and MJF for the IC title. Baka bumalik si Daniel Garcia and he will screw MJF. True. I can see that rather than the... Ano ba to? I can see this match happening over the Will Ospreay versus MJF sa pay-per-view. I mean, it's no issue for me. Wala akong issue dyan. Pero Daniel Garcia, since they are building up a solid feud for DG, I mean, it makes sense for DG to return on this show. And I cannot wait to see more of Daniel Garcia. And I hope na wala tayong masyadong maisip-isip na Jericho dito kasi Jericho, not talk about that. Anyways, Samoa Joe written off TV because of that Jericho beatdown. And it makes sense kasi nga magkakaroon ng tapings si dito. Magkakaroon ng tapings si Samoa Joe next couple of weeks. So I'm good with it. Sa mga movies, alam ko may movies na ititape si Daniel Garcia. So wala akong kaso dyan. Then, okay. So hanapin ko lang yung lineup for Puso. So sa Puso ngayon, they have this... Wait lang. Nahanap ako. Kailangan ko maghanap dito. Pero Puso Wrestling announced the official lineup for their show sa Brawl Pit next month. So it will take place August 17. So okay, wala tayong issue dyan. August 17 is a Saturday. Wala tayong issue dyan. Pero let's focus nga muna kung ano yung match that's happening on that show. So Chelsea Marie versus JDL is coming on that show. So I cannot wait to see the rematch. Sana wala ng duguan this time, no? Charis. Pero yun, I really love how they went to that, no? Very, very solid din. Grabe din. Very rare to see our wrestlers actually bleed. So medyo wala akong issue dyan. Eto, hanapin ko lang yung participants for this tournament that they are going to have. Wait lang, sana makita ko na. Wait lang. Ayun, nakita ko na. Okay. So, saan na wala akong masishare na graphics dito sa harap nyo kasi nga wala pa din akong StreamYard. Pero ito, so far, na-announce sa Facebook ng Puso, it's going to be a 8-man or 8-participant tournament. So it will be composed of Isaiah Valencia, Main Max, Super P, Aaron Liwanag, Joya, El Catiponero, Joey Rosas, and NSJ. So there will be the 8 participants for this tournament. Okay. So napag-usapan na namin to sa napag-usapan ko to sa GC namin. Di ko siya nahapyawan sa nag-down kami sa pop-up. Pero I think the credible winner that they can have here for this era of Puso, it should be either Main Max o kaya si NSJ. NSJ introduced us to Puso Wrestling. So he should be the face of Puso. So if hindi naman mahalin sa dalawa, it should be Joey Rosas. I love Joey Rosas. Joey Rosas is amazing as hell. Woman! This is hard. Hinahanap ko si Chelsea. But Chelsea is already in the match. I mean, I don't have any problems with Chelsea Marie. But Chelsea Marie, if she's part of this tournament, it should be her tournament. Or she should win the title. But okay, let's keep an eye on that later on. Pero for now, it should be main Max o kaya NSG. Yun lang muna. Ayun, congratulations din. By the way, sa debut ng Puso Wrestling. And I hope na kayo ay sumibol at tumagal sa napakatagal na panahon. I hope everyone on Puso Wrestling will grow pa ng kasing tagal ng PWR ng MWF. And yeah, I'm really wishing all of you guys good luck. Yun. That will be it for now. We will do a special episode later for the main event mark. I will upload a special episode later. We will talk about for more thoughts on Money in the Bank. We will talk about Heat Wave, mas mahabang thoughts sa Fallout. We will talk about Mami returning to Raw, which is di ko na natakal dito sa stream. We will talk about then yung isa pa na importante. Yung thoughts ko sa tagay na. Kasi hindi ko na nasama yan. Napatagay din talaga ako. Literal, on that day. Yun na lang muna. Maraming salamat ulit sa inyong lahat, sa mga nanood sa stream natin. Again, I'm really sorry if medyo mukha ko lang yung nakikita nyo, hindi maganda yung mukha ko. Oo. Huwag na ako sabihan ang pangit, obvious naman. Kung di kayo masaya sa presentation ko ngayon, pasensya na. Pangit talaga ako, di ako magandang lalaki. So, I don't really care about your opinion about it. Pero, let's pretend na lang na we are talking about wrestling and we're not talking about my face. Because, putang ina, wala bas tayo dyan. Di ako magandang lalaki. So, let's not talk about that. Okay. So, today is Saturday. We will release this episode on audio on our social media platforms and on our Spotify and the rest of the platforms. Also, baka wala rin tayong episode for PWPH Podcast. Ulit them. Pero, pagbalik ng PWPH Podcast, we are going to talk about Puso Wrestling and also yung tagay na ng mas mahaba. Then, we're going to have a TNA NXT review on that show. Then, malapit na rin tayo mag-season finale sa PWPH Podcast. So, you should keep an eye on our episodes soon. Tapos, ano pa ba? Ayun, if we might invite some of our friends soon here, like si Troy, tsaka si Harvey. Kasi, yeah, they're really good people. They're really having good takes on wrestling. Ano ba? Ano ba kailangan natin pag-usapan? So, we will talk about also the upcoming show ni Puso nga sa season 2 ng PWPH Podcast. At least, we have a spoiler already on what we are going to talk about on season 2. Also, shoutout din sa Puso Wrestling. Puso did a really good job on building up the show. Dexcon, again, maraming salamat sa tiwala. And kay Sir Jelson ng Triple H for sponsoring my ticket last Sunday sa tagay na. Ayan. FPW, salamat din. Shoutouts din sa FPW for acknowledging my shared post last Saturday ba? Oo, yung sa Top Sports nila na coverage for FPW Astig. I hope you can watch it as well. Pero maraming salamat ulit sa lahat na sumusuporta sa main event mark. Maraming salamat din sa lahat na nakikinig since my bunk days until now. And yeah, for the meantime, you can follow and support the show on MEM Wrestling Pod on all of the social media platforms. You can follow me as well on social media at AG Pinera. You can support the PWPH Podcast. All of the episodes are still available on Spotify and on the Main Event Mark YouTube channel. And then, you can support our network, the PWPH Wrestling Network, by following the Main Event Mark and also PWPH social media platforms at the PWPH Select. Ayun, wala naman na akong ibang-iba plug. So, for the meantime here, bye for now. And we will see you next week again here on YouTube for yet another episode of the Main Event Mark live. And I hope we can fix this live stream out. For now, bye for now and see you on the next one.